I'm Crossed Out, and this is the Fix Myself song breakdown. So, I initially wrote this song a couple years ago. It was around the same time I was writing Phone Calls with Ghosts, and so it was sort of along the same lines as that. It just kind of like fell into the whole rock, rap sort of vibe. Very kind of introspective type of vibe, but the way that things kind of planned out, just with the album, it almost seemed like a shame to put this song on the album, just with like the whole plan around it, around the album. I mean, and so we just kind of like had this song in the background, and this was actually recorded at the same time that we recorded Runaway. And that was also like the same sort of plan, was to like keep these in the bank until I felt it was an appropriate time to release them. And this one was more of like I felt also it was written around the same time as Phone Calls with Ghosts, but it was also like sort of maybe, I guess, an encore type of deal, where it was Phone Calls with Ghosts was very like introspective and like reflective on all of my problems, I suppose, and what it is to me being a human, and then this was more of like I'm trying to fix myself, but I don't want to fix myself. So it's sort of like an encore / continuation of that, and so it would make more sense to put that out. It is in the same vein, and I didn't think it would be completely left field. So, but with that, it was like just writing the first verse. I think like I had this for a while, and my brain automatically just goes to like try to overcomplicate things, where I was trying to just write the hardest bars, I suppose I could on the first verse, and then I just went out for a walk and kind of came up with the chorus, where I was like, I try to fix my broken brain, and that just kind of started popping into my head, and it really kind of just solidified the whole rest of the track. And I think simplifying the first verse came later, where I just started kind of just wanting to like write more like, yeah, just simple type of stuff. There honestly was not too much thought into it, but the thought process went into the second verse, which is like the rap part, and that's where I thought like that really belonged. I thought it would be a nice contrast to kind of have this like punk introduction and then go back to some standard kind of to rap bars. And I mean, for me personally, I thought it was a solid verse, just with like the 5-syllable rhyming scheme repeated. So throw that hammer down. I get my temper out. Help is a 4-letter word I don't know how to spell. And that just was building upon the whole fix myself kind of vein of, I try to fix myself, but I don't know how, and I don't kiss and tell, so you won't know about how much I really fuck myself. Because I think when we go on a task to fix ourselves, we don't realize how complicated it often can be, and that was sort of speaking to that. I feel like I'm in a constant state of trying to fix myself, just in terms of like fixing myself and getting my shit together was like, but then when you tell people, oh, like, I'm gonna get my shit together, and then you fuck up, but then you don't want to tell people how much you fucked up, so you're like, oh yeah, things are still going good, and it's like, but you won't know about how much I really fuck myself. And then my life a roller coaster. We going up and down, which is a true fact. You know, like life is full of ups and downs. It shouldn't be stagnant, I think, and that sort of speaks to that. My life a roller coaster. We going up and down. Now I need a couple nails to actually hold me down. You know, things get pretty turbulent, so you'd want a couple nails to actually hold you down during that time, whatever those nails are. Yeah, they kind of just you need them to hold you down. So I need a couple nails to actually hold me down. So throw the hammer down. I'll get my temper out, and I feel better now. Help is a 4-letter word I don't know how to spell. Obviously, I know how to spell help, but when you're in the midst of trying to fix yourself, it often cannot. It can seem like you don't know how to fix yourself, or like, how to go about fixing yourself, and that can sort of just seem like it can be such a simple process, but you don't know how to just kind of start it. And what you like, the starting is the hard part, I suppose. I'm like putting that down, starting, and then it's all hard. I say starting it is the hard part, but then continuing that is the hard part as well, because you won't know about how much I really fuck myself. And then the spiral. I'm on a nowhere train to Nowhereville. I don't ever care if I ever feel again. I'm trying to kill these thoughts that are in my head. I think a lot of us don't want to. Don't know how to spend time with themselves. The past couple of years, like I've always been sort of an introvert, so spending time with myself is an easier thing, I suppose. But it's still one of those things where like ruminating on your thoughts can be a scary task. Where you don't want to think about the things or think about your problems, so you much rather like drown them out in different ways. Numb out all my pain, I drown it out in different ways. I think that line, speaks for itself. Being on a train to Nowhereville is sort of just like another way of saying, if you keep this up, like you're going nowhere with your life. So, but yeah, and so being on a train to Nowhereville, just kind of describes of like continuing down that path of like not choosing to fix yourself can often just lead to like a worse path of self-destruction, I suppose. Being on a train to Nowhereville, you just become like nothing, like a waste of potential. So if you choose to fix yourself, it's going to be better in the long run. That's sort of the purpose of that line. And then we just gonna go into the whole bridge, and then like chorus, and then bridge, and then the little breakdown like right at the end where it changes up. It's like, I don't want your help, you don't want my help, I don't want your help at all. Again, going into the whole like, you can do this yourself, but it's a lot easier if you kind of just have other people help you too. Like you talk about shit, talk about fixing yourself to other people. Don't always keep it a secret that you fucked yourself up again. And so like I thought that like this song was super relatable, both like personally for me, and then just with the whole kind of build up of it. When I just announced it, it was crazy to see people just vibing with the whole like fix myself concept, like just sending it around to you guys, or you guys DMing me being like, oh man, yeah, fixing myself, like that's something I need to do, man. Like I need to do more of that. It's like, yeah, and it's kind of crazy. Like, you know, just writing my song, you don't really think that other people are gonna relate to it as strong as you do, just because it's your song, so you have a special attachment to it. But once you put it out into the ether, then it becomes someone else's song, and then they have a special connection to it too. So that was really cool, just to see that. But yeah, I mean, that's the overall kind of lyrical breakdown of Fix Myself. It's kind of cut and dry. There's not like an overlying like abstract meaning to it, but I definitely think it was a message that I kind of that I really felt like I wanted to put out, and that was came at the right time. And yeah, it was just kind of cool. Like the whole like creation around Fix Myself is like, it's not me. I will never say that like this is just like 100% a me project, because it never is. Like, you know, it comes out under my name, but Jor'Del is the one that does, I'd say, like 70% of my production. 70%, yeah, like 70, like 60. A lot of the singles that you've heard, like The Death of Me, End of My Rope, and Too Much on My Mind. He did this one. He produced Runaway, and then, you know, we'll go back and forth between like the production style of it, and then I'll just get to writing, and then a lot of the time I will send it to Taabu, the drummer on it. He did the drums for Runaway too, and just kind of kill that and like really get that like organic sound, that like hard hitting sound. And then to top it all off was like the little flair, like I think like the crown jewel, and it's like maybe not as appreciated as it should be, but like the crown jewel of that whole thing is just like in the verse when I'm rapping is Andrew's little guitar jazz riff that just comes in like halfway through, and you just like, it just adds so much. And when he sent that to me, he's like, let me know what you think about this riff, man. I don't know if it's too much. Like, you can tell me, just like completely cut it out. And I listened to it. I'm like, man, we are keeping this. This is 100% keepable. I love this. And I definitely thought that it was like, man, like it just adds so much. And yeah, it was like such an important little thing, you know. So I hope you guys like the song as much as I like the song. I hope you got a lot out of it. You know, it's pretty short, but we're not done with this. There's a music video dropping next week, and just prepare for that. Get ready. I'm super excited. So yeah, thank you guys.